In the studio with me today, I have Barrister Abubakar Yesufu, former president of the Student Union, University of Benin, and the current chairman, League of Patriotic Lawyers. It's a pleasure having you on Saharatv again, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Considering Nigeria's situation after 4 years, would you say Nigerians are better off than they were 4 years ago, sir?
Well, that's a very sensitive question. I would say that at this period, we are actually at the best of times and the worst of times. It is the best of times in the sense that this is the period whereby we can really effect a change if we come together in the urgent table. It's also the worst of times in the sense that the people are not united to effect this so-called change that we so much require in our political spectrum. I will tell you what I'm trying to paint. You will realize that the League of Patriotic Lawyers, when Jonathan was about to take over power from ailing, what's his name? Remind me, ailing Yaradua. People were reluctant. The cabal, who led a team of lawyers, which includes market women, labor groups, and others, went to Abuja. Indeed, we lost some members of the league at Okene. And we were very happy when he eventually took over the power of the reign of government. We were excited when we saw a man that went to school without shoes, the son of a cable maker and all that. It was very exciting to us. But 4 years down the line, around 2014 and 15, we became despondent and disappointed. And we took time to check the particulars of these candidates, and we pitched our tent with Buhari, understandably so. But about 4 years to the tenure of Buhari, I would say we are also experiencing this despondency in the polity. So we are now trying to be, so between the PDP and the APC, it's like we are between the devil and the WC. So that is the position we are faced now.
So what alternatives do Nigerians have at this point in time to effect the kind of change that Nigerians want to do?
We have been traveling around the place, and we have had meetings, subterranean meetings, some open meetings, and we have come to the irresistible conclusion that the man that will be able to change or claim the urgent table is Sowore of the African Congress. African Action Congress. And that's why we are going to throw our hearts into the ring, and we are supporting wholeheartedly with our finances. We are going to mobilize students, we are going to mobilize market women and labor groups all across the country. And of course, we're also calling on all these political parties to stand down and support, including Atiku, and support Sowore. Because herein lies our hope. If we don't do this, it's unfortunate that we might be ready to wait again for another 4 years of Buhari.
Why would the League of Patriotic Lawyers at this time pitch tent with Sowore?
Yes, thank you so much. You realize that even this Sowore so-called, this is his platform, I've not met him, and I don't intend to meet him. But if you read his ideology, if you read his campaign strategy, it reminds us of what operates in the Western world. It's so persuasive. It represents an idea, an ideal, an ideology. The idea is a new Nigeria. The ideal is live and let live. And the ideology is total emancipation of man's inhumanity to man. We're not saying, we know this battle we are going to face in about 1.5 weeks is going to be drawn between those who have funds and those who lack funds. So to say, or simply put, it's going to be between the popular but not funded and unpopular but heavily funded. Or to put it in another dimension, it's going to be a battle between the powerless conscience and the conscienceless power. Sowore is representing the powerless conscience, and the other group, especially the PDP and APC, they represent the conscienceless power. So it's a battle between the powerless conscience and the conscienceless power. So anybody that is going to step down, even an Atiku that steps down today for Sowore, is going to be more popular than Tinubu. It's going to be more popular than Demist MKO Abiola. It's going to be more popular than even Awolowo. Let us strengthen this young man, because he has the idea and he has the capability to take Nigeria to the next level in quotes.
Now, Are Nigerians actually ready for this kind of change?
Yes. This is the narration we want to change. This is the story we want to change. If we don't drive idea, then we'll be asked to. Because the penalty for being despondent, the penalty from being pessimistic is that we will be ruled or will be governed by people that do not have a vision. So we are ready, they are ready. All what they need is somebody to drive this vision and this mission. And that is where it is important. You see, the political space has so much been mitigated and vaporized. They have been able to weaponize even hunger. People are hungry, people are despondent, people have no jobs. Industries are closing down. So if you are despondent and you are pessimistic, you are giving enough arm for them to take over. You know what this man will say? What's his name? Francis Fanon, the French national from 1923 to 61. He said the future, tomorrow, has no place for those people. They possess the exceptional privilege, like you and even me, to speak words of truth to their oppressors, but they have taken refuge in an attitude of passivity, mute indifference, and sometimes of cold complicity. If we are despondent, we keep saying, Nigerians, are they ready to drive this change? Nigerians can. If today Atiku comes out to say, look, we are going to step down for you, other groups will follow suit. You will see the type of enthusiasm, the type of power that will be behind him. I've not met him, I don't intend to meet him, but I like his vision, I like his mission.
Great. One of the major concerns Nigerians have as far as this election is concerned has to do with voters' apathy and vote buying. How do you think this will be combated in the next year?
I told you earlier on, they have been able to weaponize hunger.
Exactly.
If you go to a police station now, when you vote, they will ask you, how much did he give to you? You say 5,000. The other man gave me 10,000. You see the queue changes to the man that has given 10,000. And the story is being distorted. What story? This is spectre that is haunting Nigeria today. That is the spectre of populism. The people are confused. They did not even know. You see, people are coming up to say, look, we are civil rights crusaders. Nobody really knows who are the real civil rights crusaders. So if we do not redirect this story, then a lot of people, they are going to go there, like Aristides, illiterate voter. If I may tell you, if you care to ask, Aristides was the hero of the Wapos War. He was known for his incorruptibility. He was very just. So much so that Themistocles, who was a rival, he initiated the famous ostracism, this idea of inscribing to the ostrach share. If you want to vote for somebody's banishment, you write his name in the ostrach share, the man goes into exile. So as Aristotle was going towards his exile spot, he met an illiterate voter. He didn't know that he was saying Aristides. He said, inscribe it to this ostrach share. The word Aristides, so that I too will vote for his banishment. Aristides now confronted him. Has this man Aristides ever offended you? He said, no, I don't know. I don't even know him. But I'm surprised that people say we should vote for his banishment. To Aristides inscribed into that ostrach share the word Aristides, and he went into exile. Like Aristides, it is voter. People are coming to vote without knowing what they are voting for. Although as history will have it, 3 years later, Aristides was recalled back from exile when Zezé of Persia threatened with his Christian armada to dismantle the Christian states. And it's also in that same history that Aristides distinguished himself in the battles of Plataea and Salamis. So God forbid that more than 70% of the voting masses, they are Aristides illiterate voters. Even some lawyers. The other day when we were going to defend the suspended Chief Justice of Nigeria, I saw Usan, whose name I don't want to mention. I said, where are you going to say? I'm going to Abuja. I said, do you know the facts? I said, no, we need to protect the perfection. I said, do you know the facts behind this? Without prejudice to the facts or wherever, because it's in the courts, the subjects and all that. So this type of assemblage of lawyers to defend the perfection without knowing the facts. We are also victims of Aristides illiterate voter. We have them all over. We have them in the judiciary, we have them in the executive, we have them in the legislature. You know what is happening? Inability to draw the line between lawmaking, execution, and interpretation. The legislature, executive, and judiciary is what is causing this problem. If you've been able to read Dicey, rule of law, Montesquieu, and all that, you realize that there's a clear-cut separation of power. Most of these people that didn't go to school, they probably would not know what is separation of power. So if one is impinging in the other, they would not even know. If even before the advent of Dicey, Montesquieu, and all that, there are a lot of political, theories that have been evolving. You have theory of social change, theory of organismic theory. What it says is that the society should function like organs of the body. The hands will do a particular thing, the leg will do a particular thing, the hair will do a particular thing. You have theory of social change, organismic theory, theory of structural functionalism, equilibrium theory, theory of the periphery, and even theory of the periphery in the periphery. The man who is perhaps a medical doctor and is asked to preside over an assembly, how would he know? Or somebody has never been to school, or whose qualification is doubtful, we never know. That's why, as it stands, we at the League of Patriotic Lawyers, we are convinced that we are descendants of a suffering people. We are descendants of a people. Right now, we are determined to suffer no longer. We are going to mobilize students, market women, or what have you, in support of Sowore. We say it and we mean it.
One of the issues that concerns a lot of Nigerians and voters, the electorate, has to do with INEC's neutrality and capacity to conduct a free, fair, and credible elections. What's your view on this?
I've said this time to that number. By the time, you see, this election, in fairness, has been rigged in quotes. That's why we need to be vigilant. By the time a participant in an electoral process is also involved in appointing the critical stakeholders, Chief of Army Staff, Chief of Air Staff, Chief of Naval Staff, IG, EFCC, even it plays a role in the appointment of the CGM and even the removal of suspension. That election has been rigged from inception. So, not only are we supporting Sowore, we're also asking him that when he comes out, we should be able, in fact, this type of restructuring should start from reorganizing our political structure. Not only that, like he has also said, I've listened to some of his interviews, he has also said that he's going to retire army generals. Of course, that's the way to go. If a war like Boko Haram that has been on for nearly 10 years that has not been successfully done, then there's no matter keeping those generals in the army. And apart from that, I also advise Sowore, my president, to ensure that some also ethnic, these are some of the things we advise him to do, ethnic groupings that tend to draw the centrifugal force apart should also be banned. What are these ethnic groups, you may care to ask? Feudalistic Elders Forum from the north, Ohaneze Ndigbo in the east, Afenifere here. All these groups should be allowed to peter off by delegitimizing them so that we can create a type of platform. We can create nationhood where tribe, where religion, where other things do not form any point of reference. These are the things we are going to ask him to do.
Finally, if there is one piece of advice that you will give Nigerian voters and electorates at this time, what will it be?
Yes, what I'm going to tell them is that, look, we have tried PDP for 16 years. We have been in APC for about 4 years. Like I said, we are between the devil and the deep blue sea. Let us have a change. And the only man that equates this change, in my opinion, of course, they will say, video million I see the right cause and I approve of it, is Sowore. So let us queue behind Sowore and let's be vigilant, not only to vote, but to ensure that our vote counts and is guided to conclusion.
Thank you very much, Barrister. We really appreciate your insightful analysis.
Thank you so much. Thank you.